Yo, welcome to the Nerdy Soul, quick and dirty board game reviews where I talk about the games I got a chance to play this week. Let's dive in. First is Confusing Lands. This tiny box game from Envy Born Games packs a lot in a tiny box. You're going to be doing a cool little tile link where you're having a lot of different variable scoring mechanics. It's just super fun. A lot of little quick decisions. It takes 15 minutes and you're only going to be able to play 8 cards. Can you score a lot of points? I suck at it, but it's still fun. Highly recommend it. Best of the bunch for their tiny games. Next is Conservus from Salt and Paper Games. This is a solo only game where you are just basically trying not to kill all the fish in the sea, but score a lot of points while you do some bag building. You'll start out with one boat and you'll eventually grow and have a whole fleet. Hopefully you don't kill too many fish as you can them and then sell them and then get points, and it's just super fun. It's got a ton of different seasons in it. Comes with a little promo pack. Highly recommend Conservus. It's quickly becoming probably my favorite solo game. Next is Kites. Now this game from Floodgate Games is one of my faves in my collection. This is a great one to play with newbie gamers. It's super fun, it's fast paced, easy to pick up and play. Game takes 5 minutes at most. You gotta make sure all of the dials do not run out before you get rid of all the cards in everyone's hand, or else the Kite Festival was a complete disaster. Highly recommend this game. It's super fun. Just get it. Next game I played is Flip 7. Now this is a promotional copy that I picked up from the op at Gen Con, but this game is super easy to play, super easy to learn, very fast, very fun. You're basically just trying not to bust. The first one to get 200 points wins. You're gonna be drawing cards up to 7. If you get the same number as the cards you already drew, you busted. If you can somehow get all 7 cards without them being the same, then you're gonna score all those points. At any time, you can decide to cash in on your points and log them. You've got variable cards that pop up like freeze and multipliers, ×2, +6, those kind of things, second chances to help you have a little bit of fun. It's a lot of little tension moments in a really easy to play game, and it's just in a deck box. So highly recommend Flip 7. Next is Odin. Now this is from Helvetique, and this game is super fun in a very tiny box, comes in multiple languages, and in this game you're basically just trying to not get points. So if someone plays a 4, then you're gonna play 2 cards of the same color that's higher than 4. That can be 2 1s that would then equal 11. If you play a 2 and a 1, it must be 21. You're trying to get rid of all your cards. Once you get rid of all your cards, everyone else that still has cards scores points for those. You can play a different score links if you wanna have a shorter game, longer game. Really easy to play, pretty fun. I recommend it. The next game that I played is called The Wine Game. Now this game I don't have, but I was at a winery this weekend and it was really fun. It's a classic board game where you don't really make any decisions, but you have fun. You're rolling a die, you're moving your little wine piece around, you're landing on the category, and then you get asked a question. If you get it right, you add wine to your collection, and then hopefully you can get all 6 types of wine before you can make it into the middle and then win the game. It's a classic board game style, but it's good to have those when you just want to sip on some vino. Another game that I picked up is called Tapple 10. Now this was a really fun one to play. This has got 10 different variations of the hit game Tapple inside of a very tiny box. So you've got one dial on the inside, and on that dial it's gonna last probably about 15 seconds, and so you're just trying to name categories. Every card has got a letter and then 4 categories on the side. Now this letter has different colors, for instance like black, gray, light blue, and blue, and then you'll have this off to the side and you'll have this other category up. You'll be trying to name things according to that start with a letter and correlate to the color. Like I said, 10 different games of this. It's really fun, easy to play, easy to learn, and who doesn't like a little challenge with your friends? The next game I played is called Skipbo. Now this is another one of those classic card games. You put a deck in the middle and you can start 4 different columns, and so you're trying to either start from 1 to 12 or go from 12 to 1. You're trying to get rid of the cards in front of you by playing them out of your hand, and then eventually when you run out, you win. Really easy to play, highly recommend it, super fun. Woo! The final game that I played this week is Viticulture. Now this game is awesome. It's one of my favorite ever board games from Stonemaier Games, designed by Jamie Stegmaier. And while we were out of the vineyard, we got a chance to break this open and try to make some wine ourselves over, several years. And it was very difficult, but I ended up winning. You basically have a vineyard where you're trying to plant your vines on the different fields. Eventually you will harvest those grapes and you'll be able to put them and then smash them as they age. You'll move those over to bottles. They will age inside of your cellar sellers, and then in those sellers, you will be able to borrow them and sell them to people that are visiting your vineyard. It's such a fun worker placement game. It's a really great engine builder. It's literally one of my favorite games of all time. It's been around, it's an OG. You got to play it. You got to pick it up. They've got a few expansions for it as well. And that's all the games I got a chance to play this week. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know, what did you get a chance to play this week? I'm really excited to hear about your games. Remember, stay nerdy. Keep those souls dirty.